that say, I want Josh Taylor and get the Josh Taylor fight because he thinks we're wrong. That's right. So anybody on that pipeline right now, that's a big deal.
I talked to Zab, but the same day that James Tony came and signed the contract. Wow. So I'm talking to both of them on the phone like this. Look, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone.
What's Crawford gonna do before? He's gonna beat Sean. Everybody listen, he's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean. He's gonna beat Sean.
Mike was the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Let's Talk Sports, y'all. 2222. Man, feel good to be back. Feel good to be back. Headed down, was under the weather last week, down pretty bad. Couldn't really talk. So I had to take the week off. Whole lot I wanted to get into last week, the Luka trade, all that kind of things. I thought the NBA was desperate for ratings, but let's get into the bowl, though, because that's the one thing I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, because I've been screaming for this boy to get his I've been screaming for this young man to get his recognition all along, and I don't like they still try not to give it to him. I mean, I think in all these sports talks, I'm a fan to keep the same energy. Your criticism should be as loud as your praise. So this is the way everybody criticized Jalen Hurts throughout this whole season and throughout the playoffs. His recognition should be just as loud. You know what I mean? In the beginning of the playoffs, they ranked him towards the bottom of all the quarterbacks in the playoffs. I think the only one they had him above was maybe Jordan Love or somebody like that, but I think he was definitely ranked toward the bottom. And then the second round, he was ranked the worst. The conference round, he was ranked the worst. I mean, so they and then, you know, people on their shows been picking at him. He got his receivers in the straitjacket, this, that, and the third. Now he the Super Bowl MVP. So like Gilly went on all those shows and he defended his quarterback, and you see all them people saying how he's not as talented as Josh Allen. He's not as talented as this person. He's not as talented as that one. Well, he's in rare air now, buddy. He's in rare air now. So when we start the season next year and we talk about the hierarchy of quarterbacks, it goes Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts. And you can flip him and Jalen Hurts. He's in that position right now. Don't put none of them other dudes in front of him no more. No more. And especially not especially not Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. Don't put them in his air. Nope. Because the one bullet you got is, he ain't got to deal with Pat. Well, he beat Pat. So you ain't got that. He's been to the Super Bowl 2 times. They haven't been to the Super Bowl 2 times. He has a Super Bowl championship. He was close to win. He, bouncing, a few things bounced the other way. He could have had 2. So, I mean, he's past them. You can no longer put these guys in front of him anymore. You know what I mean? He's a Super Bowl champion, and he should be treated, like I said, your praise should be as loud as your criticism. As loud as your criticism was for him, your praise should be just as loud. That's in all sports. You know what I mean? And the Patrick Mahomes slander, stop it. Now Pat overrated. There's no such thing as an overrated champion. That's in all sports. Can we stop doing that? In all sports. They do it across the board. Whenever the person you don't want to win, or the person you want to lose, now they overrated. Now there's this, now is that. Look, man, there's no such thing as an overrated champion. A champion is a champion, especially if the person that you voting for is not one. You know what I mean? So we need to stop that. Jalen Hurts earned the Super Bowl MVP. He earned all the praise he should get. I want to, like I said, I want all those people, because I watched everything. I defended this kid for a long time. So that's why I'm talking. I'm a Cowboy fan. but I'm not gonna sit there and let you hate on somebody, and then when they finally prove you wrong, you don't give them their proper praise. Nah, praise your criticism should be, your praise should be as loud as your criticism. And Patrick Mahomes slanders, Mike said, stop it, man. Patrick Mahomes is already home. 7 years as a pro, 7 championship game appearances, 5 Super Bowl appearances in 7 years. There's no such thing as an overrated champion, and there's nothing you can do. He's already home. He's already checked all the boxes. He could quit today. If Patrick Mahomes' career ended right now, he's in the hall. See what I'm saying? He's in the hall. You know what I mean? First ballot in the hall without him doing anything else. And for y'all doing that, y'all might want to be careful because you know what's going to happen now, right? The Chiefs are going to go out there and they're going to get more talent. They're going to give him more talent. Like he been dragged. Come on, bro. He been dragging some pretty so-so teams, man. Like, you know, one year his number one was Vaz Scanlon, the other year was Juju. It's all right. But it's not, I'm not here to take up for Patrick, but to call him overrated and all that old stuff, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Don't take away from, don't him losing, don't take nothing away from his legacy, and don't try to take away from the Eagles' victory. Now, all of a sudden, the Eagles only won because they super talented. They way more talented than everybody else. Nah, man. Wasn't nobody saying that when y'all was picking all these other teams to beat them. So you got to give them their praise. Your praise should be as loud as your criticism. You know what I mean? Let me see what else I got going. Also, you know, boxing in DC and all the boxing fans, we'll do a boxing show tomorrow. But definitely want to give you a quick update. You know, as you know, we move closer to these big fight cards that's coming up. You know, Keyshawn Davis fights this week on a big fight card. So we definitely want to keep, you know, I'll tap into all of that, and then we inch closer to the card that we really are looking forward to, which is Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis with Gary Antoine Russell versus El Rayo as the co-main event. That's what we wait for. And I tapped in with my man Gary Antoine yesterday. He will be back with us one more time. You know, he'll be back with us one more time the week before the fight. You know, he wants, you know, he's gonna be in studio with me one more time, and we'll show the progress. But right now he's looking good, training looking good. So yeah, and we'll get into all of that. What else we got going on? Oh, it was a lot of fuss going on about the commercials. It was a commercial that came out with Aja Wilson, Sabrina, Sha'Carri Richardson, Sabrina and the judge show, Caitlin Clark, Aja Wilson. And there's a lot of fuss about that, man. Listen, can y'all just let these women be great? And it should have been a lot more of the women in this commercial, to be honest. But, you know, I guess it's the women that like it. But can these women just be great with all the fighting and bashing? Like, what is all the fuss about? Honestly, man. It looked like, fellas, I'm going to be honest, it looked like it's going to be a heavy push for the women's sports to take over, which is I'm fine with. It. Just we need to do it without all this extra bickering and fighting and just prove, you know, these things like this. I mean, it's not the women's fault that the NBA is deemed as boring now. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of the people just gonna say I like the WNBA more than I like the NBA right now, and even and it's only because like the physicality in the NBA is gone. I like the. I ain't saying it got to be people getting their brains knocked out or people getting hacked and all that, man. But at least, I mean, I'm like it's like zero defense. I'm like looking at players doing these weak moves and easily getting to the rack untouched, and I'm like, this can't be what it's about now. You know what I mean? Like, where's the struggle? Where's the you know, people in the love of competition? See, the women they going at it the whole time. It's battling, real defense, real whatever. Sometimes they get a little excessive, but at least they playing the game how you supposed to be played. People saying they game boring, but the NBA boring. The NBA boring. I'm gonna be honest. I turn on the game man now again. I turned on Unrivaled. I was watching Unrivaled last night. You know, they got a one-on-one tournament going on right now. They got the 3-on-3 league, and then they everybody, all the women got brackets and they doing one-on-one brackets. The men need to do stuff like that. Maybe during All-Star Weekend, do some one-on-one matchups or something like that. Spice it up. Bring back real dunk contests. You know what I mean? You know, you shouldn't have to ask Kate and the clock to be in your 3-point competition for ratings. I mean, NBA, tighten up. Both leagues need to tighten up. Right? It's a lot of things that need to be fixed in the WNBA, but right now it's more exciting than the NBA to me. That's me. And all the foolishness they go on with that, I deal with that another time. Because I mean, look, like I said before, there's no such thing as an overrated champion. A person is a champion, they're a champion. There's no such thing as an overrated champion. Now, every time somebody wins something, let me address these Cowboy fans. Y'all need to stop the Jalen Hurts slander and stop bringing up Dak every time another quarterback do something. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm talking to you online Cowboy fans spilling all that rhetoric. Michael Parsons' brother, Dak brother, all them people out there. Stop the foolishness. Y'all the reason why people hate Cowboy fans, because y'all say the silliest stuff. You know what I mean? Talking about Dak would do the same thing if he had that type of team. Dak had that same type of team. I'm not no Dak hater, but I'm going to tell the truth. Dak had that same type of team, and he didn't get it done. What did Jalen Hurts have that he didn't have? Nothing. He had everything he had. See what I'm saying? Don't just look at last year's team and the team the year before that. Look at all them other teams he had. You know what I mean? You had a healthy Zeke who's putting up 15, 60, 100 yards a game. You had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb at the same time. You had a defense that led the league in turnovers and sacks. You ain't get it done. He's not the guy. Period. Jalen Hurts did it. He didn't. That's simple. Same thing with the debate with Michael Irvin and Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens' stats are better than Michael Irvin. He's not better than Michael Irvin. Why? Because Michael Irvin is a champion and he is not. It's that simple. Championships matter. We got to stop doing this. Championships matter. You only remember for what you do when the lights come on. You can have all the glorious stats in the world, just like all the quarterbacks that got better stats than Jalen Hurts. You can have all the glorious stats you want to, but if you don't get it done when the lights come on, it don't matter. You're not better than that person that got it done. See? Because champions understand what it takes to get a championship. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your numbers. Sometimes you got to do different things. Sometimes if getting the championship means I got to throw for less yards, then I got to throw for less yards. See, that's what champions do. There's no such thing as an overrated champion. And if you're going to put two people up against each other, one got championships, the other one got, I'm going with the one that got championships every time. Terrell Owens, yes, you got glorious numbers. You're in the Hall of Fame. You got busy. You're not better than Michael Irvin because Michael Irvin is a champion and you are not. Period. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? And Mike ate when he told him, yeah, I'm at the bottom because all these rings holding me down. Championships matter. And that's right. Next year, when we talk about the hierarchy of the quarterbacks in the NFL, other than Patrick Mahomes and maybe Matthew Stafford, don't you rank nobody else higher than Jalen Hurts. Flat out. I don't want to hear nothing about Lamar Jackson. I don't want to hear nothing about none of the other quarterbacks. None of them. Josh Allen, none of them. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Your criticism should be as loud as your praise. We got the week they said that boy. They said he was the worst ranked quarterback in the playoffs, other than like Jordan Love. He got chipped. His defense did it. That's fine. He went straight down the field. It wasn't for the little push off by AJ Brown. They was gonna score the first drive. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. What y'all want to talk about in the comment section? Talk to me. Championships matter. Only thing that matters what happens. You have if you got great stats and show up with the lights come on, then your argument becomes different. Jerry Rice did both. Jerry Rice had vicious numbers, and he showed up when the lights come on. That's why they call him the GOAT. Because he got the numbers and the hardware. That's why they call him the GOAT. Tom Brady, he got the hardware and he got the numbers. That's why they call him the GOAT. Michael Jordan, He had the numbers and the hardware. That's why they call him the GOAT. See what I'm saying? That's how this works. You don't have to be a champion to be in the Hall of Fame. You don't have to be a champion to be great. You don't have to be champion to achieve none of this stuff. But you can't be in nobody's GOAT debate without one. Third, GOATs got chips. You know what I mean? They go for the WNBA too. The young lady, she's great. We love her. She can't be the GOAT without a chip. Third, Caitlyn cannot be the GOAT without a chip. Third, point blank third. You got people like Mom Moore that got 4 chips. How you the GOAT over her? You ain't got 1 chip yet. You got to get a chip. She great. She got a bright future ahead of her. All the stuff that's going on. Now, some of the stuff, now I don't even want to get into the whole FIBA fan thing. It's just, yeah, y'all gotta stop putting all that conviction in that fiction like that. You know? Same thing like with the people that said the stuff about Jalen Hurts and all the stuff. If you come out and you criticize somebody and then they prove you wrong, your praise should be as loud as your criticism. The same way you criticize people, the same way you gotta praise them. You know what I mean? And if you put somebody on a pedestal and they don't come through with it, your criticism need to be as loud as your praise was. I have nothing against Josh Allen. I have nothing against Lamar Jackson. I have nothing against no other quarterback that didn't get it done. But if you put him on a pedestal and you put that man down here, he got it done and they didn't, it should be the same way. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. I can't stand Philly fans. I think they one of the most obnoxious fan bases too. They have become that. You know what I mean? But they earned the right to talk. They talk. You know what I mean? Gilly is annoying, but he earned the right to talk and talk. He out there putting on. You know what I mean? Gilly actually made it up there where he's in the room talking to Sean Payton and Greg Olsen and many other NFL alums. So shout out to Gilly, man. You know, he made his way all the way up there, man. He, like I said, he was in there going back and forth with Sean Payton and a few others, man. So, and then these boys won. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Let me see. LeBron and Luka trade. The Lakers won the trade, y'all. Easily. AD hurt already. You know what I mean? AD hurt already. I think it's one of the most bizarre trades that I ever seen in the history of sports. It's the biggest trade, not to me, but I think it's one of the most bizarre. I just can't understand what made Dallas give up on Luka like that, especially since the year before, he been to the Western Conference Finals twice, and he went to the finals last year. Last year he was in the finals. You know what I mean? One of the top players in the league, and then all of a sudden, just a couple, not even before All-Star break, you're saying you're over him and trading him. Seem a little hinky to me. But at the outset, the Lakers won that trade because, like I said, AD's out already. He played one game with Dallas and he's already hurt. So, yeah, the Lakers won that trade. I guess they trying their best to improve the ratings in the NBA one way or another. Like I said, the NBA is born right now. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't even get hyped for these games. I'm looking at the games. I'm like, ugh. You know what I mean? No pun intended, because I'm gonna be covering a few NBA games soon. No pun intended, but it just ain't. It ain't lit. It ain't lit. What you want me to say? It ain't lit. But like I said, the Lakers won that trade, and hopefully they can spice things up. You know what I mean? But hopefully they can spice things up and make it competitive. I mean, I would love to see the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals. You know what I mean? LeBron and the boys. I hope my young ball get it done again. Mr. Jason Tatum. He's another one who's been slandered. He's been slandered for no reason. Like, all he do is play. He don't talk a bunch of trash, not flashy. He ain't cocky. I don't know why they hate Jason Tatum so much, but like I said, all he do is get his done since he been in the league. From his rookie year to now, only thing they've been doing is winning, winning, winning. It took them a while to get a chip, but now they got that. So, like he said, what they gonna say now? I love to see the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals, though. That'll be ultimate ratings. You know what I mean? Bring that old rivalry back, all the the hoopla from when Bird and Magic, KG and them versus Kobe and them. It'd be lit. It'd be lit. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad if LeBron won it. LeBron them won. They'd lose their mind if LeBron won another chip. We can hear it now. LeBron won a chip at 40. You got to be the GOAT. LeBron won a chip at 40. You got to be the GOAT. Man, he ended the conversation. Ain't no bad conversation to have. It's a debate. It's a debate. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be live again, the boxing edition. We'll get into all the upcoming fights, the Keyshawn fight, the card with Better Beeve and Bivol. We'll also break down the Roach card with El Rayo, Gary Antoine, and so on and so forth, and all of that. And the whole Canelo deal with him fighting William Scuff. He was going to fight Jake Paul, then it moved to William Scuff and potentially fighting Bud in September. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It is a lot. Yeah, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, Gilly, Jalen Hurts. Like, sports stories are funny. Like I said, sports stories are funny. Everybody was bashing these guys earlier this year. They ain't nothing. They overrated. They this, they that, and the third. Nick Sirianni, this, and the third. Jalen Hurts is the worst quarterback. He shouldn't be in the top 10. It's a video of the Houston Texans fans doing a show, and they was laughing at Jalen Hurts, literally saying when they was mentioning quarterbacks that should be mentioned with C.J. Stroud, when they brought up Jalen Hurts, they laughed at him. You know, James Jones on Fox talking about how he's not this and all that. Nick Wright. So many people said all these, violent things about the kid. Had the same energy now. Switch it to the WNBA. I see a lot of people, they excited about the pickups that Fever got. They did get some nice pickups. DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham. So they got depth. So now that you got the pieces that y'all are happy about, it's championship or bust. You got that, you have that status now. It's championship or bust. I won't hear nothing about, oh yeah, they did better than last year. No. It's all or nothing. And I see how everybody's all of a sudden bashing, like trying to just do everything they power to shred the Las Vegas Aces. But I think y'all slipping a little bit because they replaced everybody they lost with a younger player at that position. See what I'm saying? I don't think y'all paying attention. They replaced everybody they lost with a younger player at that position. You know what I mean? And everybody going crazy about Asia saying, they wasn't there last year, saying, oh my God, she's crying about talent. No, she's not. She's speaking to the mindset of a champion. Meaning they have focus issues, not the talent issues. She's saying they wasn't locked in to the goal. And you can see that. Sometimes that happens with championship teams. Sometimes you have a season where everybody's living the life. They being celebrities. They doing working well. They doing their podcast. They doing this. They doing that. Everything is going on. They playing, but they not playing to their potential because they have that sense of we've already made it. She's speaking to the mindset, not the talent. It's a difference. Champions think differently. But like I said, I like Jewel Lloyd. You know what I mean? They gave up Kelsey, what is Kelsey Plum, but they got Jewel Lloyd. They gave up Alicia Clark, but now they got Tiffany Mitchell, Cheyenne Parker, Queen Egbo. So they Dana Evans. So they not far for where y'all think they are. They replaced everybody they gave up with younger players. So for those that wrote them off, like I said, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be in the top 5. Like y'all said, keep that same energy when the season starts. Keep that same energy. Feel me? Keep that same energy. Because if they win, and definitely if they win at all, I want you to have the same energy. Let your praise be as loud as your criticism. Indiana's better. Do I think they're a championship team? No. But I'm glad they fans think they are, because that's what we're gonna hold you to. We're gonna hold you to that. But do I think I think they're a formidable team, but I just think that they're definitely a formidable team that can win it. I'm not saying they can't, but I just see like Atlanta really piled on. Phoenix really piled on. New York is still New York. Minnesota is still Minnesota. You know what I mean? And the Aces, I think, is still live and well. So you got at least 5 solid teams that's in the mix that could knock you off. Connecticut lost their mind. And the Dallas Wings. There, don't write them on. And the Dallas Wings gonna be in the mix. So like I said, at least 5, 6 solid teams. Any one of them can win it. So just to say, well, Indiana just gonna win it because they got Sid Colson, Sophie Cunningham, DeWanna Bonner. To say they gonna win it is a bit much. They're gonna be in the mix, but like I said, it's the waters it ain't no smooth sailing. You got to bump. Talk to me in the comment section. We talking about the Super Bowl, the WNBA rankings. What you think of Jalen Hurts now? What you think of Patrick Mahomes now? You know. And Tom Brady is hilarious, trying to act like he kept on like, yeah, man, but Pat Mahomes, you know good and well you took it to death that Pat took that shit like it, because now you can sit there and say, all right, all that GOAT talk, all that talk about him catching me and this, that, and the third. Tom, you could tell Tom was trying to hold back. Tom was trying to hold back the snigger. He know good and well. Look, people say, well, Tom Brady wouldn't be thinking about that. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All players do. All players do. They're ultimate competitors. They're the ultimate competitors. So, yes, he's thinking about his legacy while Pat is playing. He know good and well that if Pat won that game and got a 3-peat, that the first thing they're going to say is he's challenging Tom for the GOAT. Tom calling the game is like, yeah. Told you. And tonight, tune into the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. Last night in a shocking tournament events. It was a few upsets, but the none bigger than Stewie getting beat 12-0. Stewie won 12-0. You know what I mean? Stewie got beat 12-0, Joe. Yeah. You know what I mean? 12-0. Aaliyah Edwards beat Stewie at 12-0. And the last thing I'm gonna leave y'all with is Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar pushed the envelope for the powers that be. And the reactions across the board speaks volumes. If you offended by what he did or what he said, then you the problem. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm not going to use my platform for the political views, but I ain't going to run from them either. You know what I mean? If anybody want to challenge anything that anything I say or view, feel free to. My DM's always there, and you can always comment, and we can get into it. You know what I mean? But all of these Jason Whitlocks, say when they speak, then we know what side, then what really going on. See? As soon as something come up radical or racial, Jason Whitlock first one to jump. All he does is get up on his platform and bash black athletes, black players, black fathers. You know what I mean? To talk about Deion Sanders being too involved with his sons is crazy. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. People bashing his son because he said he only want to wear his dad's shoes, his dad brand shoes. Hey man, they family got a brand. He want to uphold the brand. And if the store don't got the brand, their brand, he not buying. It's nothing wrong with that. They keeping money in the family and they moving their brand the way they need to move the brand. That's how they always moved since day one. When he had Prime, he had his school, he had his own school. He's always did that. It's not wrong with these fathers who took step by step to build a platform for their sons to succeed. You know what I mean? But I'm going to leave it at that, man. That's going to do it for today. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports Show podcast, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're going to revamp everything very, very soon. We're going to revamp this thing. I'm going to bring on a very special co-host. And we're going to restructure. We're going to be getting into different markets. And, we're going to be doing a lot of in person, at the basketball games, at the WNBA games. I'm gonna be at the fights. But yeah, we're gonna increase our parameters and we're gonna restructure. What's good, man? Congrats, man. Congrats. You got to go back and check out the beginning when you get a chance, man. I had to give the people the business, man, for not giving your boy Jalen his flowers. You know what I mean? I think their criticism their praise should be as loud as their criticism. You know what I mean? I spoke up for the man for weeks. I couldn't believe why they were so hard on him. Like, I'm like, what am I missing? And now that he got a chip, they still won't even admit that they're wrong. It's all right to say, you know what, man, I thought this person wasn't this and that. But when they win, be like, you know what, I was wrong. They got it done. What's wrong with that? At least do that. But now they like, oh, now the Eagles are a super team. But nobody's saying they was a super team when y'all was picking all these other teams to beat them. It was the underdog 3 weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? They was the underdog 3 weeks in a row. So you can't be so now they're a super team. They put belt. They brought the belt out for the championship game and the Super Bowl. They brought the belt out. They say the best for last. That's what championships do. You save your best performances for the biggest moments. That's what champions do. You know what I mean? You save your best game, your best performances, your most dominant performances for the big stage. That's what you do it. That's when you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? So saying Jalen Hurts didn't play that good in the regular season, who cares? He played when he needed to. He played when he needed to. You know what I'm saying? When he needed to show up, 4 tutties, 55 points in the championship game, 40 in the Super Bowl. That's when you do it. When the lights come on, he showed I'm one of them ones. So now I don't want to hear Josh Allen or none of them other dudes mention with him. It's him, Pat, and Matthew Stafford. They the only 3 quarterbacks active playing. They got a chip. You know? It is what it is. He did. He was calm. Yeah. He definitely he understood the assignment from day one. All he do is win. You know what I'm saying? All he do is win. I mean, listen, I had people call my phone after I spoke up for Jalen Hurts a couple weeks back. I had people call my phone, man. He ain't that. He trash. He ain't that. He overrated. But well, if he like that, let him prove it now. My phone ain't rang since. Where they at now? In the words of my man said, what they gonna say now? I had to get on Cowboy fans, man. Talking that crazy stuff, man. Nah, I don't hear nothing about Dak Prescott. Nothing. If Dak had a team like that, Dak had teams like that. See what I'm saying? He didn't get it done. It's something about getting it done that changes you where your status is. You got to get it done. Everybody that we could compare this young boy to has had teams that didn't get it done. Lamar had teams, he ain't get it done. Josh Allen had teams, he didn't get it done. They ain't get it done. You know what I mean? This boy did. And he beat Pat, so you can't even say that no more. Well, he ain't had to go against Pat. He beat Pat. He beat Pat. Last time he played Josh Allen, beat him. Last time he played Lamar Jackson this year, beat him. So next year when the season starts, when we talk about the hierarchy of quarterbacks, it go Pat, Jalen Hurts. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But like I said, we be back in here tomorrow. Boxing edition. Like I said, we're going to revamp the show this year. We're going to revamp some things. We're going to retool some things, retweak some things. So you're going to see a lot of different looks, a lot of different aspects. You're going to see us a lot of in-person, live at different sporting events, NBA, WNBA, boxing, of course. So yeah, we're going to be out here. And then hopefully by next year, I'll be able to pull up to some of the NFL too. But right now, NFL, NBA, WNBA, boxing, we about to log in. We about to be about to do some things. So like I said, like and subscribe to the channel. Let's Talk Sports, y'all. We out.